Hey guys, good morning. It's Becky Bamboo. Today is Wednesday, June 8th, 2011. I thought I would come and give you guys an update on how my first day at my new job went. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so let's just do a video. I had the best day I think I've ever had in terms of a first day at a job, by far. My new boss got me this adorable hanging flowering plant as a welcome aboard gift. It had this little star-shaped balloon in it with a big smiley face, which I thought was adorable. These are the nicest people, and I hope that it just continues and it's not like a front to get me started, you know. I don't get that feeling at all. I think everybody's just really laid back, and it's just like a big family. This is a very small clinic. There's just a few people on staff, so everybody is forced to work really well with one another, and I think that it really shows because they all really care about one another, and I felt so welcomed. They wanted me to feel like I was a part of this group, and I really, really did. So that was really a nice treat. Unfortunately for me, it seems like something always happens when I start a new job. My preceptor, the person who will be doing most of the training with me, was actually supposed to be there yesterday, and the day before she fell at work and hit her shoulder on a piece of equipment, and they had to send her to the ER, and she's all banged up and bandaged up and out of work. And she's going on vacation at the end of this week, so she's not going to be back to work at all for the next 2 weeks. So I actually am not going to be doing a whole hell of a lot the first couple of weeks, which is kind of a bummer because when I worked for this company very, very briefly before, many years ago. I started with them, and then that's when all of my, I finally came out with all of my childhood trauma, and I needed to go get counseling and therapy and all this and that. So I left the position, and lucky for me, I was really open with my manager at the time and told her exactly what was going on, and she made a note in their system, in the company system, that she would be happy to rehire me in the future. So I think that's a lot of why I landed this job, was because I had left on really good terms with them. Anyway, so I had worked for them before, and when I started with them before, kind of the training is you do these workbooks. There's like a curriculum book that it directs you to, where you read different chapters, and then you answer questions in the workbook, and then sometimes it refers you to like the policy and procedure manual, and you have to read the policies and procedures and answer questions. So it's a lot of just reading and answering questions. It's a lot of like school type work. And when I interviewed, I asked if they still did it the same way, and she said yes, but her theory on it was she liked to do like a workbook and then take some of that time and take the theory and stuff you learned in the workbook and apply it to actual patient care. So you would be out on the floor for a while, and then you'd go back and do workbook stuff and flip-flop back and forth. Well, because of where I've started, and because my preceptor hurt herself, and because she's going on vacation, she's not going to be around to train me. So there's going to be nobody there to do the training. So the first 2 weeks for me are going to be like what they were at the old clinic, and that is just sitting and doing workbook stuff all day, the whole time you're there, which is such a bummer. Oh my God, it's such a bummer. So anyway, that's pretty much what I did the whole time I was there yesterday. The good news for me is that this is only part-time work. And because it's only part-time work, I'm not there like incredibly long hours having to do this ridiculous workbook stuff. I was only there for about 4.5 hours yesterday, so that's not so bad. Tomorrow I work, I'll be there another 4.5 hours, and then Friday I'll be an 8-hour day. So it's not going to be terrible, I don't think, in terms of having to sit and do the workbook stuff. The Friday will probably be a long day with being 8 hours, but most of the days that I'm working these first 2 weeks are just short, like half days. So although it's less hours and that part kind of sucks, it is better that way because I don't have to like try to stay focused on doing and digesting all this stuff for 8 hours straight. So Anyway, it went, things just went really well. Things are starting to come back to me. My brain is starting to feel like it's working again. And it's going to be a slow process, I think, for me to kind of learn what I need to learn. But maybe I'll pick up on it quicker than I anticipate. It's been many years since I've even thought about dialysis. So, it's a process, but I've really I feel so welcomed. My preceptor actually came in yesterday, because she had to drop off some of her medical paperwork and stuff. And she's came running in to see me and gave me a big hug. And she's like, I'm so glad we hired you. We were all really wanting to have you come and work with us. We all really liked you when you shadowed, and, you asked all the right questions. And we all just feel so comfortable with you. You're just going to fit in really well with us. And that made me feel really good, because during the interview process, you really don't know what anybody thinks of you, because nobody tells you anything. You're just kind of floating along, doing your own thing. So it's kind of odd, I guess. But I had such a great day, and I'm looking forward to going back. That's a new change for me. I can't say that I've ever looked forward to work ever, especially not clinical work. My last job I looked forward to in the beginning, in the first couple of years, but then the last year, since you guys have known me, I really hated it. So it's a nice change to be back in an environment where, I feel like I'm inspired to learn, and I'm excited about being there. And, everybody that works there is making it really easy to kind of get to know them and fit in. And that's just a nice feeling. And I really like the size of the clinic. I like that it's super small. I think that's an excellent advantage for me, because it's not so overwhelming. It shouldn't take so long to get to know the patients, to get to know the employees. That's a huge advantage, I think. So all in all, everything's going really well. I'm just happy. I have to say, I have not worked out in since last week. Since middle of last week, because I was out of town. I'm really dragging today. I'm really I know I need to work out, and I just am dragging my feet so bad on it. We are having a major heat wave here. I swear to God, our weather is super, one extreme to the other. It's cold and then it's hot. We don't really get a nice medium comfortable temperature. When I woke up this morning, it was 83 already, and now it's 90, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We broke a record for the highest low temperature on record. It got down to 77 last night. That was the lowest it got. And we're supposed to break a high record today too. It's supposed to be up over 100. So it's blazing hot, and I just don't I don't know what it is. I just don't feel like going out in this. I should go run, and because I don't want to run outside because it's so stinking hot, I should go to the gym and run. I'm just dragging. I really, really am. And I don't know. I had a really busy weekend. It was late nights, early mornings, all weekend long. And I just feel whipped from that. I don't know. That typically doesn't happen to me. So I don't get it. But I am going to force myself to the gym. I'm trying to remind myself how close Wonderland is and how I need to be on the quest to get there. And I find it so easy to get complacent and just go, I don't really feel like dealing with it. I don't really want to deal with it. But I can't be like that. So this is going to be another one of those days where I force myself. What I really would love to do is be able to go swim laps outside. One of our gyms has an outside pool that's open now. But they did away with lap swimming aside from Saturday mornings. It used to be that last year they had lap swimming every single morning of the week from, I don't know, it was pretty early times, but I would love to be able to go lap swim outside. It's so hot. It would feel so refreshing, but that's not to be. I keep hoping my husband's going to get off early today and we can go swim, but that's probably not going to happen. He's been working later and later and later and later and later, which is normal for the summer months. When it warms up, they have a lot more work, and I always bitch in the winter when he doesn't have any work. So I'm trying to keep it all in perspective, that the more he works, the better off it is. But at the same token, you get off your normal routine that way, which is a bummer. But I'm gonna do something today. It's 10 o'clock. I'm probably gonna go to the gym and run and lift and all that. But God, I don't want to. My stomach has been really kind of like messed up the last couple days too. Like it's, I got a tight pouch and nothing tastes very good and nothing sits very good. I'm not getting sick. I just feel a little bit crappy after I eat. And I when I say crappy, I don't even quite know how to explain it. I just feel like kind of blah. Like I didn't really want to eat. I don't know. And yesterday when I got home from work, I was so tired from the weekend. I took a nap. I am not a napper. Naps make me feel worse typically. But I was just so sleepy, I just couldn't take it. I just fell asleep. And a couple hours later, I woke up, and then my pouch was super tight. Like I couldn't eat last night hardly at all. It was brutal. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the heat that's affecting it. It's giving me a tight pouch. Does anybody have that where like the really hot weather affects how much you can eat or drink or whatever? I'm sitting here with this full bottle of Propel trying to drink it, and it's just sitting here getting warm because it just doesn't taste that good. But nothing tastes very good. I don't know what it is. So and it's like that drink, I can feel it go all the way down, and like it feels like it goes kaplunk in my pouch. Like it just feels really heavy in there. I don't know. And that's kind of abnormal. So I'm trying to kind of, eat a little bit lighter, eat a little bit leaner, and see if that's going to help things out. Sometimes I will go to, like if I have this happen, I'll go to just doing liquids for part of the day or a full day, and that usually settles things down. So I may end up having to go to that point. I'm not really much for food right now anyway, so I guess that's good. I did make some eggs, and egg with turkey and cheese this morning, which was really good. I wanted to talk about deli turkey. I was at my grocery store. Excuse me. See, the water's making me burp. On Monday, buying our groceries, and I bought deli turkey, which I buy almost every time I go to the grocery store. My husband takes deli turkey sandwiches almost every day of the week. I don't know how he doesn't get tired of it, but I decided since I was going back to work and going to need lunch stuff, I would buy extra of that because that's a good protein for me to take that is easy. Easy to eat, easy to transport, whatever. While I was at the deli, I asked them, I said, I'm just curious about something. Do you guys keep nutritional information for your products in the deli, like the meats and cheeses? They did. They had printouts of all of their meats and cheeses that they keep in the deli. I don't know if anybody else has ever asked about this, but if you're curious exactly what's in your deli meat, ask them at the deli. They have printouts. I thought that's fabulous. So I took a copy of the printouts and brought them home and kind of looked over them. And I think that will help to make better choices of what's good and what's better than other things in the deli counter. So I was kind of excited about that. My husband's like, oh, I never even knew they had that. I'm like, I didn't either, but I thought I might as well ask. I figured what they were going to say is, yeah, but it's online. But I was happy that they actually had printed copies. How cool. So I thought that was just something neat. More and more I've been into, I've really been trying to measure what I eat, weigh it out, all that kind of good stuff. And that way you have a better idea of exactly how much protein and how many calories and sugars and fats and all that you're getting. I really do think that it helps, especially when you're working out and you can see how many calories you're burning. It's nice to compare that to how many calories you're taking in during the day to see, exactly where you fall. So I just thought that was a neat thing I wanted to share with you guys. What else? I guess that's it. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go to the gym. I need to get excited about my workouts again. It seems like I get excited and then like something happens and I have to travel, or I'm going away for a weekend, and then I just totally get completely off my game. Because last week I felt so good. I was really feeling like I was getting back on the horse, and then being gone for 4 days and coming home, I'm just kind of like, and then I had to go to work for the first time, and then so then it was just like, yeah. But you know what's sad is that I got off work at 12:30 yesterday. No excuse why I didn't work out yesterday. None whatsoever. So got to start getting back on track and getting this new schedule and everything figured out. There's one other thing that I'm struggling with right now, and it's sitting right in front of me, and I need to take it, but I don't want to, and I'll show you what it is. Calcium. These are Chewy Bites, Bariatric Advantage Chewy Bites, lemon flavor. I have not tried the caramel ones yet. I need to order them. I have lemon and chocolate. I'm so stinking sick of these things. I could scream. Got to take 2 at a time, twice a day. Look at how, I mean, that's a lot, right? That's a big hunk of, let's see. It's essentially this big if you put them together. It's a big hunk of crap you got to eat. And when you don't feel like eating anyway, you feel like this is a whole meal. Pisses me off. See, you guys, I struggle with vitamins just like everybody else. I hate these things anymore. And I used to love them, but a year later, I'm fucking sick of them. There's no other way to say it, but I'm just really sick of them. And yet you have to do it. There's just no other way around it. You just have to take them. My multivitamins I find to be very easy to take because they're smaller and they're quick dissolve in your tongue. You don't have to chew them. They're not gritty. It's not a big deal. Like I just throw them in and I can have, carry on a conversation or whatever while it's dissolving and it's done. So that one I don't have a problem with. But these oh God, I just hate them. So yeah, that's another struggle that I'm having right now, is forcing myself to get my calciums in. I have been so much better about my vitamins though, back onto a good routine with them, which is, really important. And it's really nice that I've been able to kind of get it back under control because it doesn't, that's the thing, pre-op people. You got to stay on the routine with vitamins because if you go off for like a week, you're going to be way off. And like, it's so hard to get yourself back going. And it's like takes triple effort to like make yourself get them in. One thing that I have started doing, which has been a huge help, is I have a little pill container and I will put in the morning when I get up, I always take my calciums in the morning. It's 10 o'clock. This is a little bit late. Usually I take them before this, but I take my calciums. I try to get them in before 10. I'm a little late today because I'm doing the video. But anyway, then I take my second set of calciums for the day and I put them in the pill container along with 2 multivitamins. And I put that in my pocket and it stays in my pocket all day. The reason I put it in my pocket is because I always use chapstick. I use like, Carmex or whatever all the time. So I put it in the same pocket as that. So when I'm reaching for my Carmex, I feel the vitamins and it's like, oh yeah. Or if I go to eat or I have a meal, I feel them in my pocket and I'm like, oh yeah, it's vitamin time. Because for me, if I don't have them with me, I totally forget. So if I'm out for lunch or I'm at work or whatever, I have to have them with me. And the multivitamins I take with lunch and dinner. And then my other set of calciums I either take between lunch and dinner, or I take them after dinner before I go to bed. It just varies on that. Usually I take it in the mid-afternoon. So I get them all done by dinner time. But it's a pain in the ass, quite frankly. It's really a pain in the ass. But I think keeping them in my pocket has been the best thing that I started doing. That was like a great idea that I came up with. For me, that works for me. If you're not a pocket person or you don't carry stuff in your pockets, you probably would hate that. Maybe you're a purse person. Keep them in your purse. What I find is I just have to have them with me at all times because I never know what I'm going to be doing. My husband and I go out to dinner quite a bit, and if I don't have him at dinner, then I forget completely about it. When we get home, I still completely forget about it, and it's over. I have to have them physically on my body in order for me to remember to take them. So that's been a really good thing that I started doing, and maybe that's a tip for somebody else out there that is struggling to, you find that you know it's time to take your vitamin, but you don't have it with you. Make sure you have it with you. It really does make it a lot easier to take it, but I wish somebody would create some new good chewy calciums. These taste fine. Like the lemon is a lot like a lemon Starburst. The chocolate tastes a lot like a Tootsie Roll. But twice a day, every single day, you get really, really tired of them. Sucks. So, yeah. What else? See, this is a lot of randomness just because this is all stuff I've been thinking about the last 2 days and I haven't done a video about it. But, hey, whatever. Oh, today is Losing It with Becca's 1-year surgiversary. So all of you, please go over to her channel or to her Facebook and wish her a happy surgiversary. I can't believe it's already been a year for her. It's what's weird is like our surgeries were so close together and I didn't even realize it till like halfway through this year. All of a sudden I was like, she's on week like 30 something. So am I. I don't know why. It just all of a sudden hit me that like our surgeries were, I think, what, 3 weeks apart? Yeah, basically 3 weeks apart. Hers was the 8th, mine was the 28th. So 20 days apart, I guess, which is pretty cool. I mean, she's done fabulous. I think she's lost 135.8. I hope that's right. 130 something 0.8 is what I remember her thing saying. But she's done great. I'm so proud of her. She's been just a pleasure to watch and totally an inspiration. I know she doesn't want to be an inspiration necessarily, but she is, whether she wants to be or not. She definitely keeps my ass moving, and I think that's a good thing. And it's been a pleasure to watch her grow, because if you look back at her videos, she's just grown so much over the last year. I think a lot of us have. I know I feel like I have too. Like I've changed a lot over this last year, and thinking more and more for me about the 1-year date coming up. It's amazing how it's already almost here. It's insane at the same time. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's been that long. And then you think about it and it's like, gosh, yeah, it's been a long time. Proud of all the work I've done this year. And I know there's still a lot more to go. And my brain knows it. I don't know what is going on. I think I'm just at a point where I'm struggling a lot with a lot of things mentally. And it's affecting me. And I'm trying to not let it affect me, but it does. And I don't know. All the people saying they don't recognize me is, God, it's weird. It's weird to me because I still see myself as myself, and I don't know. Anyway, I am looking at myself in this video right now thinking how, like, freaking huge I look. I look like my cheeks look all fat, and I know that they're not. When I look in the mirror, I don't see the same reflection. So it's kind of weird. Maybe I gained weight this week. I don't know. What else? Look at me. I'm sitting here like playing with this calcium instead of eating it. It reminds me all smushed up like this. It reminds me of a Now and Later. Do you remember that candy Now and Later? They were like super hard, but then they start to kind of get chewy as you chewed them. And I used to always try to chew them too early, and then I'd hurt my teeth. And I haven't had one of those since 7th grade. I guess I got tired of hurting my teeth. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe, well, I work tomorrow. I work Friday. Maybe Friday evening, Friday afternoon when I get off. I'll try to do a Friday video. Maybe I'll do something today while I work out. I don't know. Whatever inspires me is what I'll do. If nothing inspires me, you'll know. So anyway, take care of yourselves, and keep on keeping on. Look at that. I turned it into a little twirly roll. Yeah, I'm weird. See you guys. Mwah!